friends, so this is going to be just another really quick deck flip through, and this one will be super deck because it is the original, the traditional, the very well-known Waite tarot deck. I just wanted to go through all of my decks with you guys and do these quick little videos because I find them quite interesting to watch and see, especially if you're new and you're looking for another deck and you can't find many images about what it's like online, although this one you're gonna recognize quite it's used quite a lot. It's the traditional, it's the original, it's the classic. So yeah, this is the one that I bought. You can find a lot of Waite decks anywhere and everywhere. I got this one from my local bookstore. That's just the box it came in. I do wish the cards were this same color because I think this is really pretty, but then the deck is just like a plain blue and white, but that's not overly important. It does come with a little paper book. Honestly, I don't use this. I have a actual like bigger hardcover book that I prefer to turn to because this is just a little bit flimsy, and you know, it's got a lot of detail in it. I think even in the back here it goes into like the numbers as well as like the knight, the page, and then your suits. So it goes a little further into detail, and then it goes into how they maybe are placed and into reoccurrence. So there's a fair amount of information in there, but as someone just starting out, I just want to know like the basic meanings, and this has it. I just prefer something a bit bigger with a bit more information in it. So I don't really use this, but it's handy if you don't have a book or if you don't want to look up a website or anything. They do have that. But yeah, the imagery in this is standard imagery, and what I like about the imagery in this is it's quite easy to read. Like the images tell quite an easy story, and that I think is why it has become the classic, the original, the traditional, because it really does just tell stories very, very easily. And to me, the imagery, the colors, the style of the imagery isn't to me the most interesting to look at visually. It's not the most pretty. I don't love the colors, but the stories they tell just have made learning tarot so much easier. And I recommend this style of imagery, this type of deck for anyone starting to learn tarot because it is just so easy. Or if you don't have this deck, a book, or at least reference a website or something that has these images because they are so easy to understand. So yeah, this particular cardstock is pretty standard like playing card. It's pretty flexible, it's glossy, it's very like silky and easy to shuffle. They don't stick to one another. I've enjoyed using this deck. It's just not as aesthetically pleasing to me as I like my decks to be. I like pretty things, but wow, has it been so helpful to learn how to learn. It has been so easy to learn. So yeah, I do recommend this deck. There's plenty of them out there. You can get them very, very cheap. I've seen them as like affordably as about $10 on eBay. So yeah, this is a great deck. It's the classic, it's the traditional for a very good reason. The back of the card isn't so pretty. It's probably my least favorite out of all the decks that I have, but it's more for practicality, this deck for me, than aesthetic. So yeah, she's been great. She's been absolutely great. I wish I had known earlier on in sort of trying to learn tarot just how important these images are and why, you know, a lot of decks and a lot of artists' interpretations have been modeled off of this imagery, because it makes so much sense. So yeah, that's a quick one, a nice easy one, a very, very simple one. I will link to where you can find these and check these out down below if you're interested. But yeah, let me know if you found, like me, if you found this deck to be very, very easy and far more helpful to learn than a lot of other decks that are out there, because there are some beautiful decks out there. I've got a couple that have absolutely stunning imagery, but they don't tell the same story within the imagery. So I was finding it really hard. So I'd love to know if you guys have had the same issues, or if you went straight to this one and had no problems, or if you have had problems with this. Let me know down below, because I'd be really interested to hear stories. But yeah, there we go. That's your classic Waite tarot deck, and yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you want to subscribe as well, you can do that, because I'd love to see you in my next video. Alright, bye guys.